Hello, everybody. This is Bimbo Barbarella, and it is Wednesday, August 28th, 2024. It's after 8 o'clock because I'm never on time anymore because I had to go out and just leave it at that. Tonight I'm going to follow up on a series that I actually like doing very much, where I rate two albums track by track, and it's really not a competition, but I'm going to go song by song and maybe figure out which one I like or maybe you like best. So get things started in a couple of minutes. Let me put my link out there. If anybody wants to come up and join me, you certainly can. Okay, so like I said, it's Exile on Main Street. And the Beatles' White Album. They're about, I think, 4 years apart, maybe 5, with the White Album coming first and Exile being the second. So also, if you were watching my show Monday, one of the professors of the College of Knowledge, Bopak, was on, and we were talking about H.P. Lovecraft. And he writes things about Cthulhu, which it's a whole mythos that was written about these creatures called the Old Ones. And this has 8 stories that particularly, pertain to this creature, Cthulhu. And I've read all the stories before, so I will probably never, ever even read this or open it up. It was just H.P. Lovecraft. I was at Books A Million. It was cheap, and I needed to have it. So there you go. If you've never read H.P. Lovecraft, you will be scared. Absolutely, you will be scared. And that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing, to be scared. Okay, so maybe a couple of people can come up on the chat, because I want you guys to pick which one you want me to do first. Exile by the Rolling Stones or White Album by the Beatles. Which one should I do first? And I don't even have to take notes on these, because I've heard them all, probably 30, 40 times in my life. So I know the albums very, very well. Very well. So, because a lot of times I have to take notes for stuff. So let's see how this goes. What else is going on? Today I did laundry, and I decided to hang stuff up because it was really nice and windy, not wicked windy, but just nice and windy. Lots of sun, beautiful day. And I love when clothes dry on a line better than sticking them in the dryer. So I take a nap in the afternoon, and it's pouring down rain. It rained for 5 hours. And the weatherman said, "Oh, there's a chance of rain this afternoon." A chance of rain is not a 5 hour deluge that added at least 4 inches of water to my retention pond. That's more, like a almost tropical storm. It was coming down so hard, and so I'm just gonna leave the clothes on the line and let them dry tomorrow. Because for me to bring them in and put them in the dryer, I would have to wring them out and just leave them on the line. So, like I said, I'd like to get your opinions on which one I should do first. And as usual, my show is presented by the Waving Buddha. See, look, there he is waving at you. And our other sponsor is Skinny Phillip, the cat who refuses to eat. I mean, he's doing okay, but he just refuses to eat. So eventually, I think that's gonna, hurt Philip's health. The fact that he doesn't eat. Okay, so can you guys even get up on the stream? I mean, can anybody even hear me? I don't know, because Restream is doing a lot of stuff, and they want to they want to improve things, but a lot of times they're better off just keeping things the way they are. They don't need to improve stuff that's working fine. Okay, so there's come on, and somebody just write something in the chat so I know that the chat is working, because it looks like it's working. Just somebody say hello or goodbye or I'm an idiot, whatever. If not, I'll just turn it off and try again some other time. See, because I can type from here. Oh, there's Miss Addie. Okay, Miss Addie McCall. Nice to see you, dear. Okay. Marcia, hello, Marcia. Okay. And you know that this is my track by track of the White Album and Exile on Main Street. Which one would you like me to do track by track first? The White Album or Exile on Main Street? Which one should I do first? Okay, and hello, Honor. Nice to see you, my friend. Okay, yes, I see you, Addie. Yes. Yes, Chris.
How are you?
Good. I'm starting a show.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just getting over the flu, so But anyway, how are you doing? Otherwise, good. You have a nice day.
Well, it rained and I had laundry hanging on the line because they said it was going to be sunny all day, and had like 4 inches of rain. So my stuff is still going to be on the line. I'm just going to let it sit there overnight.
Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt nothing.
No.
So cool. All right, I'll be watching. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Chris.
Bye bye.
Okay, guys. So what one should I do first? Exile or the Beatles? Come on, somebody make a decision. Exile. Okay, Miss Addie Pickle has chosen Exile on Main Street, which is the Rolling Stones double album. And this was the second Rolling Stones album that I ever owned. And I remember it was the summer I was living down in Fort Lauderdale, and I was working on a horse farm because at the time they had a lot of horses and stuff like that. And, shoveling horse crap around all summer. And on one of the songs on the White Album, a song called Sweet Virginia, there's a line where Mick Jagger sings, I gotta clean that shit right off my shoes. And I thought that was so appropriate because I hadn't heard the song before I bought this. So here we go. We are going to step into the pinings of Mick, Keith, Mick Taylor, Charlie Watts, and Bill Wyman. Hello, Sharon. How are you, dear? The album starts off with a song called Rocks Off. And right off the bat, this song gives you an idea that it's going to be sort of a different kind of Stones than like Let It Bleed or Sticky Fingers, because it just sounds sleazy, which is actually good. Something that I tried to attain 8 days a week, talking about a Beatles song. And the next song is number 2, called Rip This Joint, which is one of the fastest songs that I've ever heard. I don't know how they played this so fast, but it's good. And it's followed up by another of the same kind of genre called Shake Your Hips, Baby. And the next one, number 4, is Casino Boogie, keeping up with the same just manic kind of songs. Because, the Rolling Stones, they were very groove and like bluesy in their earlier ones. They do get bluesy on other songs here, but these first 4 songs are just maniac songs. If you listen to these first 4 songs and you don't go into some sort of tizzy, I don't know what you're listening to, but it isn't this. Number 5 is the first single off the album, and everybody knows this song, Tumblin' Dice. Everybody knows Tumblin' Dice. It's a great song, and it kind of slows down from the craziness of the first 4. And then and I remember, and some of us are old enough to remember buying 45s. I actually had bought this 45, and I had the album, but I just wanted the 45. No, because even then I wasn't good with my purchases. I, sometimes bought, redundant things. It's like this I have on CD. I have it on vinyl. Hello, Brian. How are you, my friend? You know, you're always welcome. Heat advisory. I got a busting headache and my body hurts. Well, you should have been standing out in the rain here in Tampa. I mean, because it was amazing because like the temperature probably dropped like 20 degrees. It was just, you know, again, I would love to have a job like a weatherman where it says, oh, there's a chance of rain and it rains for 4 hours. How can you have a job where you're so wrong all the time? And, they're, oh, we could all be weathermen, just look at a thing and say, yep, rain's coming. It's going to be raining. I don't know when, I don't know how much, but it'll probably rain. It might not. I don't know. Where's my salary? And so the next song is Sweet Virginia. Like I said, I was either 10 or 11 when I was working at the horse farm, and I saved up money because I wanted this album. And the song Sweet Virginia, there's a lyric by Mick Jagger says, I gotta scrape that shit right off my shoes. Okay, and that kind of slows it down a little too. That's a good song, but it's slowing down. And then the next three songs are Sweet Virginia. Wait, no, okay, there's Sweet Virginia. And the next three are Torn and Frayed, Sweet Black Angel, and Loving Cup. Now, these three songs, there's just nothing memorable about them. I mean, they're actually bordering boring. Honestly, I usually just skip over them just because, well, they had 18 songs on here. They had to have some where they just, did something and it sounded like crap and they just, put it on to fill up the double album. Hello, Ms. Rita. How are you, dear? Nice to see you, my friend. So, Honor, you're going to make up a nickname for Miss Addie? Well, in the official College of Rock Knowledge, where you see her name, Miss Addie Pakal is there for her snarkiness and her explosives. So I'd be careful, Hunter, what name you pick. Just be careful. Just be careful. Because I know Addie pretty well, and Addie don't play that. Addie don't play. Okay, so after that, those three, and I don't want to say worthless songs, but like I said, nothing is even close to my favorite, and they're just pointlessly put in there to, I think, just fill up the album. Next comes the song number 10 is Happy. I'm in love, keep me happy. I'm in love, keep me happy, baby, baby. And as everybody probably knows, this was sung by Keith Richards, and it was the first song that he had fully sung by himself. He had sung some lyrics and lines. For instance, on Beggar's Banquet, the song Salt of the Earth. He sings the opening stanza, and then Mick Jagger takes over. This I'm pretty positive that this was the first song that he ever sung the entire song by himself, and it's a very good song. And the next one is number 11, and please make all the jokes you can about this one. It's called Turd on the Run. And it's just a goofy kind of song. It's just goofy. And not because the name, just the song itself is goofy. Hunter wants to know, is she playing hoochie with me? And then Hunter says, is she a hoocher? And Miss Addie comes back with her words of wisdom. You betcha. All right, good. See? Hunter, you don't want to mess with somebody who's known for their snarkiness and their explosives. Especially the explosives. Snarkiness I can handle. I don't know. Explosives, maybe not so much. And the next song, number 12, is Ventilator Blues. And a lot of the later songs on this album are very bluesy, very, very much into the blues. Hello, Mrs. Hoppy Hopkins. How are you, dear? Nice to see you. And Mrs. Hopkins was on a small vacation. Yeah, she went up. To like pirate radio's part of the country. I think she was in Winnipeg, right? Oh, right there, Miss Hopkins. Oh, you were in Winnipeg. See, Hunter, you might have, got somebody, pulling the pin on the grenade now, because Addie is tinkling with anticipation. Minnesota, Manitoba, that's all the damn same. It's frickin' cold now. And then next one is I Just Want to See His Face, which is all right. Again, it's nothing memorable, nothing to, it's, if you're making up a Rolling Stones playlist, I would not be having this on here. We went over to Canada, water on a boat. Yeah. And did you see the Edmund Fitzgerald? And you didn't go down in Lake Superior, because you know about the Edmund Fitzgerald. And after that is a song called Let It Loose, which, again, is all right. It's nothing special. The 15th song, we get back to, like, Rolling Stones crunching kind of music. And this is the only one, I think, on this album that really crunches with rock and roll. It's called All Down the Line. All down the line. All down the line. It's really crunching, really crunching. And I forgot to mention on the song Ventilator Blues, the song was written by Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, and Mick Taylor. He got credit for doing something, which is, I've heard a lot of different reasons why he left the band after It's Only Rock and Roll. But it's because he wasn't getting credit for any of the songs, or, input that he had. It was just always Jagger and Richards, Jagger and Richards. And he actually had some kind of input. And then the next song is called Stop Breaking Down. And he got credit on that too, along with Charlie Watts. And then Shine a Light. It's all right. It's getting back to bluesy, and it's all right. But the last song is called Soul Survivor. And I hate to say it, but this was a horrible, horrible way to end this fine album. This song is probably in like my top 5 worst Rolling Stone songs is Soul Survivor. And again, being a musician myself, I don't like, saying that, that people are crap and songs are crap. But this song is crap. It is complete, total crap. It's terrible. It's, somebody made a bad decision by even putting this on. They should have left it off and just had the album be, 4 minutes less. So that's my track by track of Exile on Main Street. My favorite songs are Rocks Off, Rip This Joint, Tumbling Dice, Sweet Virginia, Happy, Ventilator Blues, and All Down the Line. Of course, you might have, completely different favorite ones, and as well you should. That's why, and I've mentioned this many times before, that's why I like doing these kinds of things, and why I even, do a music show is because everybody hears and appreciates music differently. What I might think is good, somebody else might think is crap. Oh, and if you're wondering, what this is, I was put on sale. There was a price break because I used to be worth $4.75, but as of yesterday, I got reduced, and now I'm worth $2.35. So that doesn't say much for the economy, or doesn't say much for me or my value. Ugh. So, okay, so now we will go to the White Album. And what gets me to about these two albums is the covers. This is one of the busiest covers you will ever see. And my favorite picture is the back. It's a guy with 3 oranges in his mouth. Can you imagine being able to stick 3 oranges in your mouth like that? Either that feels good or that hurts like hell. But he's doing it. Give him thumbs up for that. And then you go to the White Album. That's it. It doesn't even say the name of the album because it really didn't have a name. People named it the White Album. And after listening to this the very first time I did, you kind of got the feeling that the Beatles weren't long for each other, just because you can tell that there's like 4 different sets of people doing songs. And so Addie says, oh, she wants a friend that can do that. Oh, what, stick the four? Oh, the three oranges in your mouth? Yeah. Talk about some lips. Maybe that's where they got the Rolling Stones idea for the lips. Oh, that guy doing it. No, actually, they had that before that. The very first album that had the Rolling Stones tongue was Brown Sugar, because that's the first, not Brown Sugar, Sticky Fingers, because that's the first one that they were out of their London slash Abco contract. So that's when they created Rolling Stones Records. And there's a story behind the tongue, but I forget. What, Al?
I take the clothes on the line outside.
No, leave the clothes on the line up.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure.
Leave them up.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
Okay, because they'll dry in the night.
Okay.
If you didn't hear what happened, this morning it was so beautiful and nice. It was like no humidity. There was a nice breeze. It was hot, but it wasn't, the stifling pea soup air. So I put, the clothes out on the line, just because I like the way that clothes dry better on the line than sticking them in the dryer. So it was nice. I did a little bit of yard work. I went in about 1 o'clock, made some business phone calls and stuff that I had to do, and fell asleep on my couch. Next thing I know, it's like 4:30. The rain wakes me up. And it was raining so hard that actually the retention pond went up a couple of inches. It was raining so hard. So, so now the clothes, I just should have, taken them outside and just, thrown, like detergent on the clothes and let the rain wash them. So Mrs. Hopkins says, I was thinking of a good road album to listen to on Spotify on the long drive home. Yeah, that is a long drive. Winnipeg to Arizona. And she also says that that we were behind some slowpokes wide load convoy for like 100 miles. Oh my God, I can't stand that. Oh, when they take up like a lane and a half of the interstate, and there's some places here, not where I live, but some places even in Florida where the interstate is, just like 2 lanes, north and south. And I'm sure out west where it's not crowded, like Nebraska or North and South Dakota, it's probably the same. So if you get stuck behind a wide load, sometimes they're pulling a house, sometimes they got a house on the trailer and you can't get around the house. So you're stuck. Maybe later on, Mrs. Hopkins will feed us all some information about her trip to Manitoba or Minnesota. Manitoba. They even sound alike. Okay, now we go to the Beatles. And this actually, whereas they condensed Exile onto 1 CD, the Beatles' White Album is actually 2 CDs. So the first CD, and remember, like I said, these are all my opinions, is probably the better of the 2. because it starts with the great opening song. I flew in from Miami Beach, BOAC, didn't get to bed last night. Oh, the way the paper bag was on my knee. Man, I had a dreadful flight. I'm back in the USSR. You don't know how lucky you are. Back in the US, back in the US, back in the USSR. Okay, and the next time I do trivia, if and I will write this down because I'm going to ask 2 trivia questions. So here you go. We're doing trivia and um, track by track. Um, in that song, um, what does BOAC stand for? Who thinks they know the answer? Because the lyric is, I flew in from Miami Beach, BOAC. What does BOAC stand for? And what is it? See if anybody knows that. If you do, you're pretty smart. And if you want to Google it, you can. I don't care. Because I don't expect anybody to know that off the top of their head. Okay, so I will tell you. BOAC stands for British Overseas Air Carrier, which was their um, plane system, and they actually shortened their name to British Airways, but they used to be called BOAC. So there you got that, and that's Russian sign back there, that red one underneath the elder and the tambourine. What is that called? Because that's Russian, and they don't use that symbol anymore. What is that called? What is that symbol called? Again, this might be kind of tough. You might not know it. Oh, yeah, Hoppy. Okay, yeah, well, that's, yeah. Oh, that was good bands. Addie says, well, we wouldn't know that because we're not British. Well, I'm not British either, but I'm Russian. So I'm telling you, what is that Russian symbol? What is it called? We're not Russian. Okay. Okay, Addie. So here, so I'll just type in what you are. Oh no. Oh no. My price break sign fell off. And see, now what I'm writing is all true because I do have verified proof of what I'm writing. Because I'm in contact with people in high places. A balalaika, yes. Okay, what's a balalaika? Let me hear your balalaika ringing out. Come and keep your comrade warm. I'm back in the USSR. What is a balalaika, Mrs. Hopkins? Speedbird. No, it's called a hammer and sickle. And it was the symbol of the USSR because it meant about like the workers. It was like the workers with the sickle, cutting down the wheat and the hammer to build. So it was called the hammer and sickle. But yes, it is. Very good, Drifter. It is a Russian stringed instrument. If you listen to the words, it says, "Let me hear your balalaika ringing out." So, and it's actually got 5 strings, I think. Okay, the first song is, like I said, Back in the USSR, which is fantastic. And on this album, they had 4 or 5 rockers that were just really straight ahead rock and roll that the Beatles hadn't done since their early years, because a lot of their stuff was like Penny Lane is in the restaurant or Strawberry Fields Forever. A lot of their songs were kind of slow and sappy. But on this one here, they had some that rocked, and I know you've heard them. The next song after Back in the USSR is Dear Prudence. Dear Prudence, which is a nice song. The third song is one of my favorites on the White Album, Looking Through a Glass Onion. I just like the whole way that song is put together. I like the music. It's just really good. And you can start to tell the difference between like Paul McCartney songs and John Lennon songs, which you could on some of their earlier ones. You could sort of, tell, who wrote it. But this one here and the one after that, Abbey Road and Let It Be, it became so apparent. Okay. See, now isn't that nice? Addie's a nice alien. She won't zip anybody in the suitcase with an unpinned hand grenade. Okay, Hoppy. Well, we'll be here until I'm done. So, and the next song is actually another song I like. Oblidi, oblida. Oh, na life goes on. Dexter ran a market down on place. And it's just a very listenable song, too. It's got a funky little beat. Oblidi, oblida, life goes on. Oh. And the next one is Wild Honey Pie, which is a good song. It's very easy to listen to. And then with all the other good songs on here, one of my favorite songs on this whole album is Hey Bungalow Bill, what did you kill? Bungalow Bill. Hey Bungalow Bill, what did you kill? Bungalow Bill. He went out tiger hunting with his elephanting gun. And that is the continuing story of Bungalow Bill. I guess Bungalow Bill was on more adventures that we didn't know about. So, and of course, following that is again, this White Album has so many fantastic songs, and it's got so much filler. But this is probably, oh, hello, Miss Faye. How are you, my friend? You're always welcome. This is, I think, probably the best song on the album. So Leah says the only Beatles songs I like are Back in the USSR and Helter Skelter. Well, yeah, they're both on here. Yes. Okay. And the song I'm talking about is While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And this was another point about the Beatles, why they think they broke up, was because George Harrison and Ringo weren't getting their dues as song contributors. I mean, because you listen to that and you listen to some George Harrison's solo stuff, it's fantastic. After they broke up, he did All Things Shall Pass, which is 3 albums. You know, so he had a lot of music inside him that wasn't getting played because of the monopoly held by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. And then kind of started going downhill a little bit, in my opinion. With the song, next one is Happiness is a Warm Gun. Addie, anything to say about that? Oh, hello, AKA Ray. Nice to see you. You know, you're always welcome, my friend. Happiness is a warm gun. Bang, bang, shoot, shoot. And then Martha, my dear. No offense to Hoppy, but that's a terrible song. Yeah. Oh, Leah. I mean, I don't know if he was the best, but well, with the Beatles, he was definitely underused and underappreciated. If I had to say my best, who I think the best Beatle was, I would have to say Paul McCartney, because I'm a great big fan of Wings. When he did Wings, I have most every Wings album. But George Harrison was fantastic. He did Wonderwall. He did, God. And then it was even in the Traveling Wilburys. Come on. Can't beat that. Oh, for a second band to be in. You know, the Beatles and the Traveling Wilburys, you must be doing something right. Okay, and then followed that is a song called I'm So Tired, which, you know, I get tired of listening to that song because it's very forgettable. Blackbird is forgettable. Piggies, I don't think there's really anything to that. And that's 3 songs there that I'll skip through. To get to this one, which is Rocky Raccoon. Rocky Raccoon. Oh, I love that song. It's, you know, and when it comes to the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, I think that the Beatles were a little more creative in like their songwriting and some of the images that they put into your head with their music and their songs. I mean, because, you know, who can't sing Rocky Raccoon and think of Rabbit, the guy from the Avengers? No, from Guardians of the Galaxy. Rocket. I mean, that's Rocky Raccoon. And then Don't Pass Me By. That's not a great song. Oh, hello, Debbie and Dave. Nice to see you, my friends. Like I say to everybody who comes in, you know, you're always welcome in my chat. Nice to see you. And then we come up to this song, which is very, very silly, but it's a good sing-along song. If you want to sing this around the campfire, you can. Why don't we do it in the road? Why don't we do it in the road? Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. The Stones are much more my favorite than the Beatles are. Because what we're going to be doing on the College of Rock Knowledge after our next show is we're going to do a list of our 12 favorite artists of all time. And you're going to rank them from 12 to 1. And I've already made up my list because it was my idea to come up with it. So I already made my list. And the Beatles are not on my top 12 list. They certainly are not. Because to me, they didn't have enough really great songs. I mean, Get Back is good. And okay, but what I was talking about is like some of the songs that they made, they put images in your head that you could almost like see the song. Okay, like the song A Day in the Life off Sergeant Pepper. I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who'd made the grade. And so Drifter says that's like hip hop, where Dr. Dre was underappreciated by NWA. Yeah, yeah. And also by Suge Knight wasn't. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, because if it wasn't for Dr. Dre, I don't think rap would have actually kind of exploded in like popularity as it did. And there were some rappers, that I have no problem saying that I like. Um, um, some Eminem songs I like. I like um, some of Tupac songs. One guy I do not like is Coolio, but that's just me. And so then Drifter was talking about Blazing Saddles. And do you know that when Mel Brooks did Blazing Saddles, he actually bought the rights to that movie, and it was half done as a serious Western. And he went in there and he changed it around into the comedy genius that it is now. Because he pretty much went in and just like rewrote the script, and he brought in Mongo, which was Alex Karras, who was a football player with the Detroit Lions. And then and Hedley Lamar, and he's on pirate radio a lot. I'm sure everybody knows Hedley Lamar. And then Mel Brooks plays the governor. And you know that he's the governor because on the back of his jacket it says GOV Gov. Okay, so where are we? We're at Why Don't We Do It in the Road? And the last two songs are again very unmemorable, called I Will and Julia. And again, I say this repeatedly because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. These are just my opinions. These are just my opinions, and feel free to dislike them. Feel free to call me an idiot. I'm not going to hurt my feelings any. Because look what I'm wearing. I'm wearing Mickey Mouse ears. So, okay, and then we go to disc 2. And you can tell it's disc 2 because it says disc 2. That's amazing how they can do that. On the second disc, they let you know what disc it is. See, Addie, and I think that Drifter, he's almost sort of like myself, is that we know a whole lot about things, but we only know little things about a whole lot. So we seem smarter than we are. And that's just my opinion, Drifter. That's how you are. You know a whole lot of things, and you know a whole lot of things about a whole lot of stuff, but well, that's like I tell people, that I have, like 7 college degrees. That I went to a meteorology school and I studied on the double Doppler. And I said that one's on the Chosen Ones channel, and people who knew me knew that I was being insincere. And I also tell people that I have a degree in leisurology, that I am a certified leisurologist. See, Drifter, I called it. Okay, so we are now on to the second Beatles White Album CD. Starts out with the killer rock and roll song. They say it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Now we're going to a party. Now we're going to a party. And this is what I was getting at before, is on here there's a lot more just rock and roll songs, which the Beatles really hadn't done much on any previous things since the mid 60s. Yeah, Debbie and Dave. I'd heard that too, and I didn't mention it because, I just kind of forgot. But yeah, okay. But that was written about Mia Farrow's daughter. And here we have Hoppy Hopkins back, and she's already planning another trip to go. This time, instead of going to the beautiful scenic north in Minnesota/Manitoba. Somebody told me that she was planning on going up to North Dakota, because there's even more excitement in North Dakota. Oh, yeah. A lot of excitement. Okay, Chris B says, I recently recovered the Beatles. Yes, I know the shelf. Sheltered Life. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so after Birthday is a song, Your Blues, which is all right. It's a very listenable song. And the next song, again, in my opinion, is very forgettable. Mother Nature's Son. And now the next song coming up after that is You Gotta Like It Just for the Title. Just the title of the song. And you really don't need to even hear the song. You just like the song by the title. Everybody's got something to hide except me and my monkey. Now, what band is going to write a song like that? And I think that was a Paul McCartney arrangement. Oh, God, the Teletubbies. I swear to God, those Teletubbies, that was not a show that was produced on the planet Earth. Somewhere, somehow, SETI, which is, like the big telescope that, like, gets, like alien signals, somehow SETI picked up the Teletubbies from some alien planet and broadcast it on television, because there is nothing even remotely normal about that show. And you're talking to somebody who is saying something's not normal. When I say something's not normal, you can take that to the bank, because the Teletubbies is not normal. Yes, they're weird and scary. And then they had like the sun that was like a little baby head that just giggled. Ugh. A dimension of LSD. Yeah, probably. Oh, somebody, they just, they're hanging out with with Timothy Leary, and when he said, tune in, tune on, drop out. Yeah, they dropped way out. Way out. They went over the cliff, like all the lemmings. Okay, so after everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey, is a song Sexy Sadie. And that's not a bad song. That's not a bad song. Whenever I'm listening to that, I don't want to rush and change it because it's not bad. But the next song is the Beatles, I think, most heaviest electric rock and roll sounding song that they have ever done, that they ever could done. And I think you guys know it. So if you want to type in the name of the song you think I'm talking about, go ahead. Oh, no, that's true, Drifter. No, AKA Ray. No, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. That was on some other one. No, okay, this song is so electric. It is so, and it's responsible for a very heinous crime. It just crushes your skull almost. It is like putting your head in like a vice or like a wood chipper. Come on, who's the first one who's going to say it? Oh, thank you, Mary. Nice to see you, my friend. You're always welcome. Well, yeah, see, and Mary. Oh, this is what I like to do is I like to take two albums and just talk about them track by track. Yes, okay. So see, and so now the correct answer is coming in. Leah, Sugar Bridges, Helter Skelter, Debbie and Dave, Helter Skelter, Addie Pickle, the Manson song. Yeah. And actually, Marilyn Manson did do a cover of Helter Skelter. And it is messed up. Imagine him doing a song like that. It is. I've got every Marilyn Manson CD, and a lot of people don't know that he does a lot of cover versions of songs. He's done "You're So Vain." He's done, of course, the Eurythmic song. He's done "Tainted Love." He's done "Personal Jesus." That's right, Addie. Always bet on Leah. That's it. I don't know, because I think Leah is smarter than she plays off to be. See, and that way, sometimes it's good to be the smart one in a dumb crowd, because if you hang around with dumb people, you can be dumb, but as long as you're just a tiny bit smarter than the dumb people, you look that much smarter. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And then after Helter Skelter is Long, Long, Long. Honestly, I don't remember anything about that song. See, Addie, and that's what I'm talking about. See, and that's how Miss Sugar Britches thinks. No, because she's already working you. She's already working you. Yes, oh yes, Miss Hopkins. And Marilyn Manson does a fantastic version of Tainted Love. Tainted Love. After that is Revolution 1, which is the acoustic version of Revolution. Hey, you want a revolution? Well, we all want to change the world. And if you go hanging out with Chairman Mao, you ain't gonna make it with anyone anyhow. But what they did is it was a B-side, and I forget what the A-side was, but the B-side is where they have the electric version of Revolution. And that, I wish that was on this. But no, the electric version of Revolution is on the B-side of 45. And following that is Honey Pie. That song's all right. Savoy Truffle, I think, it's kind of cute. It's a listenable song. Cry Baby Cry. I don't remember anything about that song. It could be bad. It could be bad. It's probably not good. If it was good, I would have remembered it. So it must not be all that great. And then we come up to this, which is the biggest. And I don't like cussing on my channel because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but it is the biggest piece of musical bullshit that I have ever heard in my entire life as a human living on your planet. Revolution 9. You know, where they go, number 9, number 9, number 9. Oh, yes, Leah, yeah. Yeah, see, and like I said, that's on a 45. And I know that they put it on like some greatest hits, ones now, but it was never on a studio album by the Beatles. The most head of library music. Mary, that's that's a nice statement to say, and thank you. But yes, I mean, and I'm not bragging when I say I know a lot more about music than most people do, because I've been involved in music all my life. Um, you've heard me say, and this is true, that growing up, my mother, she could play piano. She could hear a song and then just play it back on the piano, like verbatim. And she never had any sort of musical training. And so I was actually in a real band in the 80s called the Blue Zebra Band. And we actually did shows around Tallahassee and Jacksonville. And I was mainly like the singer and like the front person. And we had a bass player and he quit. And so nobody knew how to play bass. So I went to my grandmother and I said, "Oh, Grandma, I need a bass guitar." And she says, "Okay." And I had never played a bass guitar in my life. So, you know, I picked it up and I sort of have that, that gift, nowhere near like my mother's, of just like being able to like pick it up and like play it because it's the way that I hear music. And yes, thank you, Mary. Yes, I do, Leah. And what they are is um they're on pictures that I have to scan and do it, and I will have to do that one day. I'll have to do that one day, and I will. Because I was much better looking. I had my long hair that was like a lion's mane. Um, and and um, then I had to get a real job, and I didn't pick up the bass guitar again until I got all of that COVID money. And I'm thinking, and like there was this music store that I always went by. And I said, you know what? I should get a bass guitar and just play around with it. And so I did. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, guys. Okay. I will get them together. No idea when. I know where they are. Well, they're in. Oh shit, they're in luggage. I better check my luggage. I hope it wasn't in, you know, some of them. Because I've had that same problem too. Robots have stolen my luggage. Um, and what I was planning on doing, but and me and Mark were thinking about it. No, me and Mark Kropka were talking about it. Um, Friday, I was gonna do a live show and show you guys how I go about the process of writing a song. And, everybody who is a musician who writes their own music, and you've heard some of my originals, some of them are good, some of them are crap. But everybody has their own way that they write music. And I was going to do that, but it got me to thinking Friday is when I get my dentures actually put in on Friday, and I get to be at the dentist's office at 7 o'clock because it's going to be like a 6 to 7 hour procedure. So I don't know what shape I'm going to be in come Friday. I'll see. And I shouldn't have talked about this like I did because I forgot that Friday, was denture day. And I've been looking forward to it. Well, and you can see it's all chipped and stuff. It's because I buy nail polish at the dollar store. I'm not going to go to some place like Ulta or something where they have nail polish for $14 a bottle. I'll go to the dollar store where it's $2. So, because basically, in a nutshell, the way. Yes. Oh, yes, Leah. I know. I do. I know. Because I even have like comic books that I've written and drawn. And okay, and Easy Street with Jen has seen these, and she says you need to get these posted and put them online. They're great. Um, but now with my situation with Cat Daddy, a lot of times I just don't want to do it. I know that's what I'm thinking because basically, if you're interested, if I don't do it Friday, I will. But when I write a song, the first thing I do is write lyrics. Write lyrics. Because there's actually a song here that I'm working on, and I'll show you what I mean. Here's the song I'm working on. It's called Happy in Hell. And I'll sing the song. And when I sing the song, the way I hear it in my head, that's how I can tell where I need to change chords. Okay, so kind of listen. It's called Happy in Hell. I need a vacation. I need a break. I need the devil, my soul to take. And soul is where there would be a chord change. I need a vacation. I need to unwind. I need some evil of the chord change. Devil in kind. And that's how I write songs. And after that, I'll figure out whether it goes on like the sixth string or the bass. And then back here, you can see my drum machine. There's my drum machine. You can see that. And then I program that because that has a lot of like pre-programmed beats and stuff. And what I have to do is program like the beats, like the tempo, the volume, the rhythm. And then over here, I have a keyboard, which I don't play the keyboard that often because I'm really nowhere near as talented as Mark Kropka is. I mean, keyboard, I know a couple chords, and that's about it. So I really don't use it that often, but I should use it more, but I don't. And so then, I'll, put everything together and I'll write down on my song, like where the chord change is, what it needs to be. And see, I can tell in my head um, what the chord is going to be, whether it needs to be like higher or lower. And, some people, they're amazed by that. To me, it's not amazing. It's just something that I know how to do. It's, like we all have that kind of thing that we can do, that you think is just easy. It's just so easy for you to do, where somebody else looks at you and says, "Oh my God, how do you do that? How can you do that?" And for you, it's just, it just comes second nature. And for me, this comes second nature because I've never ever taken any sort of lesson. What, Al?
You're gonna have to turn the light in the back off. I don't know
Okay.
which one
All
turns
right.
it
I
off
will.
and
I
nothing.
will. I will.
Okay.
I will. And I'm almost done. I'll do it.
Okay. I'm gonna just lay down in my bed for a little bit. I'm not gonna go to sleep yet. Just get me if you need me. The lights are on the back still in the yard. I don't know what to turn off. No more, nothing.
Okay.
And maybe whatever cats need to come in, let them come
No,
in.
they don't. Okay. Well, do you want to go to sleep? Because I'll hit you on the head with a pipe.
No. I'm just gonna lay down in the bed. I'm not gonna go to sleep. You'll be waking me up or getting me up.
If I hit you on the head with a pipe, you'll be guaranteed to go to sleep. See, I aim to please. Addie, so you never graduated from playing chopsticks on that thing? Yeah, and I can also play drums too.
Be quiet. Be quiet, buddy.
Here's my official drum kit. And this thing here I bought for like $5, I think. And I just use it as a prop. Well, because I certainly don't have the room here for a real drum kit. So. But, okay, so that was my show on Exile on Main Street and the Beatles. I hope you enjoyed it. Addie calls up, Buddy Rich would love it, yeah. Okay, now, Addie, don't answer. Trivia question time. Who knows who Buddy Rich is? Who knows who Buddy Rich is? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Leah. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He does all the time. And, and like the cats are, and, animals are very smart. And it irritates me when people say, "Oh, stupid animals." Because I swear to God that the cats that we have, they like to taunt him because he'll yell at them and just say, "Lay down, lay down, lay down." And, they just kind of like mess with him and taunt him. Now, when I go out and I look at them and say, "Lay down," they go, "Ooh, okay, well, the big one's out here, so we better lay down." or we wouldn't get fed in the morning. He was a famous drummer, yes. Leah and Debbie and Dave got it. Very good. Yeah, he's talking about the cats going yakety yak. Yakety yak, don't talk back. That's an old song from the 50s by a band called the Coasters. So we'll see about my thing on Friday. And like I said, I should have realized that that was going to be surgery day. You're damn right, Leah. Damn right. Well, Debbie and Dave, thank you for coming up. It's nice to see you. And like I said, you guys are always welcome on my program. And I say this, every single episode. Oh, they seem to keep Al busy. Yeah. And like I said, Addie, they do it on purpose. Take out the papers and the trash, yakety yak. Don't talk back. Yes, Drifter, that's it. That's very good. That's it. That's yakety yak from the 19. I don't know this. 56, 57. I don't know. And I say this constantly, and I truly, truly believe, I truly, truly mean it very sincerely. I want to thank every single person who sometimes when you come on panel with me or sometimes just talking with you in chat. I love to do this. I love to do this because I really like to entertain people. And you guys, in turn, entertain the hell out of me. Because some of the things that you type and just cheers me up and makes me laugh. And, with what I'm going through now, I can use all the laughter and silliness, that I, can get. Yes, and I do want to thank everybody. Like I said, Friday, I'll see. I don't know. I'm still gonna come up on Friday because I said I would, and I put it out in my shorts on YouTube and stuff like that. All right, so no jokes about me putting something in my shorts. Well, you can make a joke if it's going to be funny. If it's funny, feel free. But I don't know. I think I should be able to do it. I might not be able to talk so well. But then again, just like I said, just spending time, with everybody in my chat, I enjoy thoroughly. I really, really do. I really, really do. And what's good is that me and Easy Street with Jen, both of you follow her and follow me as well, which is good and nice. And good night, Miss Leah. And I know that Easy Street's been feeling under the weather. And I texted her today and she said that she's feeling better. So maybe she'll make an appearance soon. And always make sure to check out her channel. Let me see if I can drop the link. You might not have it. You might. I don't know. Because she does a lot of shorts, and her shorts are really popular. And she does a lot of gardening and just, she just does funny things. Here, let me get her link up and I'll drop it for you. And she was actually me and Easy Street with Jen first started the College of Rock Knowledge. Oh, she started it with me. And that was close to 4 years ago, believe it or not. Because this is the third official season that I've been doing it. Okay, there it is. If you're not a subscriber to her channel, please do. Yes, Leah, that's what I'm going to do Friday. I'll still come on because I said I would, but how much I go into like the process because what I wanted to do was actually because I know how that song goes, but I haven't played it yet. So what I was going to do is like do from like start to finish live. So you can see, like what it takes. Okay, Hoppy. Well, Hoppy, if you want to do it, you can too. I don't want to slight you there, Mrs. Hopkins. So, and next Friday, after Labor Day, we're going back to the old College of Rock Knowledge, where we will be doing our 10 favorite songs by the band Kansas. And we're going to list them from like 10th favorite all the way down to first favorite. And, because, we had a lot of different stuff going on because, I like trying and doing different things with this program because if you keep the same format, just, bands list, that can get boring. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's exactly what the dentist said. What, Al?
One of the full-size white cats went out the door.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm not going to wait. I'll just turn it all open and let them all go out.
No, don't do that.
The one got out of the mouth, just let them all go out.
No, just...
Let them have a field day.
No, because I don't want the kittens going out. So I'll be out in a second. I'm almost done.
The other big white one back on the light color one in again.
All right.
I'm just going to lay down now.
Okay.
I'm getting tired of all this shit. I'm just not tired. The one, wake me up. I won't be asleep.
Okay.
I got to just lay down. I got to lay down.
Okay. You know what? I'd rather go through another episode of jaw surgery than have to listen to him sometimes. And that's terrible to say, but it's true. And Leah says, yeah, it's going to take time to get used to, for sure. For sure. And because, hello there, Chris. How are you? And because I needed actual jaw surgery, it was a little more expensive than even, the dentist, whatever. Then he said, because it ended up costing me close to $8,000, which his original thing was like about 6.5 to 7, but because they had to do so much surgery because my mouth was that bad. So Here's a hint. Don't let your teeth get so rotten like mine. No. Oh, the only positive thing about it, really, is I've lost probably 15 pounds. So I'm down to like 125. No, that's my IQ. No, no, I'm down to like 160s, high 160s, sometimes 170. But um, yeah, but I got to eat nothing but ice cream, pudding, and soup, and I could live on that. Okay, so Leah says when a friend of hers got false teeth, they said it felt like there was a Volkswagen in his mouth for a few weeks. Oh, that's wonderful. Volkswagen. What kind of Volkswagen? Was it a Beetle or if I want a car in my mouth, I want like a Jaguar or something. Oh, yes, Leah, it is. I mean, and fortunately, we have the money, but there's a lot of people who unfortunately don't have that much because I'm not old enough to be on Medicare, so that wouldn't cover it, and a lot of places really don't cover dental work, and there's some people unfortunately that go through the whole life with that rotten, unhealthy mouth. Um, because when your mouth is as infected as mine, um, that drips down into your stomach and can do all sorts of other damage. So don't let your teeth get as bad as the bimbo. I should do some sort of like what do they call those things? Like public service announcement. Yeah, I'll have to come up with something. A public service announcement. And of course, I won't use my teeth. I'll find something off the internet of like some really bad, hideous, horrible teeth. Well, mine weren't good. Yeah, mine weren't good. And when I had when coachism used to do the wrestling, um, he actually asked me if, and he says, you wouldn't be offended if I made your character to have those bad teeth that you have, and I says, no, I think that would be funny as hell, and that's how people knew me, by my bad teeth. Yes, Leah, and I, yeah, I mean, that would be nice, but there's other issues on that, and trust me, you guys know that I work for the county during the election season, and um, probably Friday I'm getting my check from the county, and that's going to be nice. I'm going to be holding that. I mean, because I could get a direct deposit. No, but I actually want to hold the check and take it to the bank and put it in the bank because I'm going to have to pay. I'll pay for the teeth with it anyway, so I'm not going to be able to use it. But and remember, the presidential election is coming up in November, and so no matter who you vote for, I really don't care. I just think that in this country, we're actually lucky to have the chance to vote. And if you don't vote, for whatever reason, that's your own opinion. That's fine. I'm not going to disparage you for that. But I can't stand the people who say, "Oh my God, the president sucks. President sucks." I says, "Well, who'd you vote for?" "Oh, I didn't vote." And that's when you want to say, "Well, then shut up." Yes. Oh, yes, Leah. Don't get me started too. Oh God, because that would be a 7-hour show, and I would just make myself miserable. So Mrs. Hoppy says, "I made a likeness of you with good teeth, Bimbo, and Missy too." Oh, okay. Ornamental teeth. Well, you could have given me, like a gold grill. And who's the rap guy who has like the gold teeth? I think there's a couple of them, but you know, my teeth are gonna look like teeth. I don't need them, you know. I mean, because I bring enough attention to myself just by with the clothes I wear. I can imagine if I walked around with gold teeth. Oh, just another thing to add to the Bimbo legacy. Okay, guys. Well, um, again, I do want to thank you for coming up on my music show, the track by tracks of the Beatles and Exile on Main Street. I hope you in Flavor Flav. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And And you know what else I need that Flavor Flav had, Addie? I got to start wearing a big clock around my neck. He was so goofy, and that was funny to be that goofy, wearing the big clock. And every picture I ever see, I don't think that the hands on the clock even moved. I think they were just it was just the clock. It didn't work. I can glue a diamond grill on it. No, no. Oh, Hoppy, and you're one of my best friends, but I don't want you gluing anything to my $8,000 teeth. Maybe you can get, like little baby, two-headed fish and, glue one on like every other one. But I don't know. That would look stupid. So, okay, guys. Well, I'm out of here. I want to thank you all for coming on. Good night. Have a good day. And look for me Friday at 8 o'clock. Like I said, I will do a show how I, feel about, doing it the way I want. We'll see how I feel. So thank you all again. I want to wish you all a happy rest of your Wednesday. Have a wonderful Thursday. And Friday, I got to get up at 5 o'clock to feed the animals an hour earlier so I can be down at the dentist at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Oh, Steve. Oh, real. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, Hoppy. And I love Steve Buscemi. He's just one of those actors that he just always plays really whacked out people. And I don't know, thinking of Steve Buscemi, that might not be that far of a stretch from reality. you know, that might not be that far of a stretch. So, okay, guys. So, yeah, just drop in Friday and see what I'm doing. And, because I don't even know, how I'll be able to talk. So, I I don't know. So, okay. Thanks, everybody. Thank you again. I appreciate it. And I will chat with you Friday. Okay. Bye-bye.